everyone, Elizabeth Berendt here, Elizabeth Berendt Kinesiology with you. So I'm going to share a practice that I use to kind of ground and land my dreams, desires, intentions into the physical. This is something that we can do annually, you can do it monthly, quarterly. It doesn't have to be to do with the start of the year. This was not really to do with the start of the year at all. It just happens that I've been pulled to do it again. So last time I made prayer ties, which is what this is about, if I didn't mention that already, it's what we're doing, prayer ties, was back in March. And I did that with you online. And this is what was created. These are the prayer ties from then. So these have been hanging up since then. Now what you can do once, you don't need to hang them for the whole time. After about a week, traditionally they were burnt in a fire or you could bury them. However, if you're someone who likes to put gems or precious things in your prayer ties, then probably burning and burying aren't ideal options. I will link you to the free PDF materials list for this if you so desire to do this for yourself. And the way that I meld this practice of making prayer ties with the other practice of making conscious choices is this. We are powerful creators and we can create the life that we love. The first thing we need to know is, though, what is in our heart? What is our soul wanting? What are we here for? It's about going in maybe a meditation. Maybe I'll do one at some stage to help. In fact, I might have one already that I can actually link for you to access, to actually go in and what is actually your desires for this lifetime that you want to create. It can totally be a beach house. In fact, one of my choices is that perfect property by the sea because it pulls at my heart, right? So it's a true desire. And if you have a true desire, like some people love cars, fancy cars, old cars, like it's that genuine, imagine having that, right? That's the feeling. So those material things are fine. It's just whatever's a yes for you in your body. It's about tapping into that. So when we do these choices in conscious creating, there are 4 fundamental choices that is suggested that you include. You can do what you want, but these first 4, so I've already started actually, and I've done the first 2. And what we do is set our intention. So say our choice. We have the little piece of fabric, and traditionally they use tobacco. I use tea leaves. You can use any herb. I also add essential oil. I have a essential oil that correlates to each of my choices. Some people use crystals and gems or shells or things they've found, right? So this is your creation. You do whatever is right for you, what you put in here. It's the putting in of the energy of the choice. So with that, when we say our choice and we feel what it feels like to have that thing, I like to add a feeling word. I just write it down. You could even write it on a piece of paper and add that. I think if we can feel what it feels like to have that, it helps guide us into the correct steps, correct aligned, inspired steps towards it, right? So my first choice, I'll just run through the 4 fundamental choices, was I choose the end result of living my true nature and purpose. And when I stepped into the energy of that, it felt grounded, right? And the oil for that was Palo Santo. Now, I cheated, I muscle tested as a kinesiologist, I can do that to quickly get these oils for each choice. I could have sat here and just intuited them too, but I was in a hurry because I just realized I hadn't got organized. All right. The second fundamental choice is I choose the end result of being free. And when I stepped into the energy of that, it felt light. So my feeling word for that choice is light. Okay, so the next one, this is the process. Piece of fabric, herbs of choice. Mine is tea. I love my tea. I'll take a sip of tea. We say our choice. I choose the end result of being healthy and staying healthy. Stepping into the energy of being healthy and staying healthy. Flow is the word, and it was my gut that I felt that in, so just keep flowing. Keep the digestion flowing. And the oil for that, and I'm pretty sure I mixed up my oils because I think this was actually meant for the second one, but there are no accidents, so is vetiver or fetiver, which is a very grounded oil. They're all very grounded oils, aren't they? Okay. So you're doing you, putting whatever you want into your prayer tie. And you have your piece of string, or in this case I have yarn because I couldn't find any string, and we're just tying them along. And I'm not particularly artistic, so I've just got my old red fabric that kicks around and blue string. You know, you could do all the colours of the chakras. You could get leather twine, you know, you could do whatever. I'm a bit rough as guts, so yeah, just grabbed whatever. Because remember, I burn mine usually. That's the third one. Number 4. I choose the end result of being the predominant creative force in my own life. So think about that for a minute. You know, nobody's pushing us around when we have this choice. We are choosing for ourselves what's best for us. And the oil that came for that one is Madagascar vanilla, which is delicious. Smells delicious. So a drop of oil. And then I'm going to step into the energy of this, being the predominant creative force in my own life. Actually feels calm. Calm. I wasn't expecting that to be the word. Just calm. So that's my feeling word. Again, you could write those on a piece of paper and add them into the actual tie. So they're the 4 fundamental choices that I recommend you all have. And then it's up to you, when you've connected to your heart, what you have as your next choices. Now, don't have too many. Probably a maximum of 10 ties altogether. So that's 6 plus the 4 fundamental. I'm going to leave it there because these choices are now personal for me, and you don't need to see me tying them all on. I will post a picture of the finished product. It's going to look similar to this. So what I then did or do is I put them up here. I've got some thumbtacks that I just hook them onto until such time as I'm ready to then release those. Now what I could do, if I could find the list I used to create these ones, and I could revisit those and see if they're still online for me. Did any of them come to fruition? Did any of them not come to fruition and I no longer want them? Or did they not come to fruition and then I really still want them? I would be interested to see the ones that didn't come to fruition. I'd want to know why. Is this a timing thing? It just takes longer? Or am I unconsciously blocking it somehow? So that's when the kinesiology work can come in and look at, well, why I really want this thing and it hasn't happened. Am I blocking it? And if so, how am I blocking it? Is it an unconscious belief or program that's stopping me, fear, all of the things, and start to get rid of that through kinesiology. So that's how it goes. Highly recommend. So let me know how you go. I will post the links below, and much love to you and many bright blessings. And I'll speak to you again really, really soon.